Welcome to another gay episode of Careful Boys, where we have with us Steve Straight Guy Greene.
Or what is it, the wrestling thing when you get hit and you're
hulking up, dude.
You got hit in the face, but that doesn't matter. Like, that just made me stronger than ever.
Hector Salamanca clicks back in.
That's one of the best fucking Salamanca.
That was the best. I loved it.
The lips.
Yeah.
That character came to life, man.
That guy, he was hard to crack. I'm not gonna lie.
So I know you guys are not the most easily embarrassed. But can you remember any time that something embarrassing happened to you in public and you were legitimately embarrassed?
In public.
Oh God. Do you guys know about my mom at my Boy Scouts meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, was she fucking farted?
Yeah.
That was legitimately
That's it?
embarrassing?
Your mom fucking breaks wind?
That was very important to me.
That was very important.
No, I really cared about Boy Scouts, and at that time, it's one of those where like you're about to get in that age, and Boy Scouts is like, you have young guys and slightly older dudes, and so you're always trying to impress the older dudes, and it's one of those things where like if you get caught with your pants down, you're getting roasted for the rest of I don't know how long. So for me, that mattered a lot, and then my parents are never at any of those, you know, meetings or whatever, and this time I'm like, they're getting promoted or whatever, and then she farted, and I'm like, what the fuck? I've never heard any other parent fart but you, and you're someone that preaches classiness and elegance all the time, and you just straight let one out.
Well, so like analyzing that, did you know what she was thinking at that moment?
She didn't want indigestion.
She got fucking mad at me because I'm like, she got mad at me for getting mad at her. And I'm like, why'd you do that? Like, why couldn't you walk out or whatever? And she goes, I didn't know it was gonna happen. I was just stretching. And I'm like, when you stretch with only one butt cheek, you know what the fuck you're doing. Don't fucking lie to me.
Oh, so she was just trying to be like silent, and it didn't.
Did she lift it up like this?
She lifted up. I've seen that exact same motion at home. She knows what the fuck.
How loud was
it? It was like fucking movie loud. Like fucking. And everyone's like
American Pie.
Yeah, like that kind of shit.
Another teen movie.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Like it sounds wet.
Yeah. That was one of my most embarrassing moments in my whole life, I swear.
Wow, so that your mind automatically goes there when you think embarrassed, huh?
Yeah, because you know when your ears get fucking hot and you wish you could disappear, but you can't? Like that. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Did you guys ever go through the phase of being embarrassed at your parents? Just like how they dressed and how they walked and how they fucking just existed?
Boy.
Yeah, there's a lot
Jesus.
of pressure to have like
God.
cool parents.
I wonder why everyone goes through that. Cause like I just like remember seeing how they dress and I was like, Dad, can you just please wear a t-shirt? Like you're always wearing a fucking button up. Like, can you be like these dads and just wear a t-shirt?
Dude, my dad would come out in his tidy whities with my friends around during sleepovers and shit.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is with this guy? Why does he do this?
doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, it's the weekend, I'm not wearing pants.
But he's like,
Were you embarrassed by it?
Was I impressed?
Were you embarrassed by it?
Yeah.
But how old were you though?
I don't know, like all the way through my teenage years, dude.
Oh shit, high school level? That's fucking horrible.
but he knows what he's doing, right? Like he's not.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Yeah, there's videotapes to prove it.
But he was just so used to it, I think, especially because like I had the same friends around kicking it all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't think
And
he
it's
cared.
his home, right?
Yeah, it's
so
his
he's like,
house.
this is my fucking cat.
I remember I went to dinner with my friend and his mom, right? And his brother. And then we came back home and then his dad's like a fucking prankster, right? And when we opened up the door, that fool was looking at the tall mirrors, like those body mirrors or whatever, and then he was flipped like upside down, bent over, and he was shaving his ass.
Yeah.
The fuck?
For what? For what?
And then he was like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? Japanese family, right? So like they just do pervert jokes and shit. And he goes, I'm shaving my asshole. And his mom was fucking we have fucking guests over. What the shaving man? And this fool got red. He was red and he was in tears crying. So I could picture this. I was dying. So I pictured this fool. He was probably like waiting for us to come home. And as soon as he heard it pull up, that fool had his butthole wide open and he was shaving his ass. And then she was like, "You're using my." I think she was using like hers, like fucking Blade 2 and all that, and like, I know, but my friend was like fucking. His face went like pale.
That's hard to recover from.
I loved it though, dude. I couldn't fucking wait.
Secondhand, that's fucking hilarious.
It's not your dad.
An easy, quick thing that happened to me. I was at the beach when I was 16 with like all my friends, and you know when you're with your friends, you just dare each other to do stupid shit. We're at the beach. I think it's like at a Bolsa Chica. There's like this girl laying in the sand, just kicking it. She looks like she's about our age, and my friend's like, "Oh, go talk to her." I've never fucking done that in my life. I don't know how to do that. But they're like, one of my friends manages to talk me into this idea that it would be cool if I full speed ran and did a front flip over her to impress her.
And she's just what, like sunbathing?
Yeah, just chilling. Yeah.
Oh no, and then she dies.
That's true. This is a Ryan story.
I'm sure eventually she died, but
Ryan's
not
story.
today.
He does a flip and kill the seagull.
Later, she had a Final Destination pyramid of things happen to her. But not now.
Yeah, it's not quite as cinematic. It's more this happens to me. I died. So like I go and I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea because I was excited because I could do really good front flips at the time. So I go, I go around like this, like I'm gonna run across. And I run, I'm gonna do a full speed front tuck, it's gonna be dope. I didn't take into account that when your trunks are wet, they get heavier.
Oh, and you're on sand.
And I'm sad.
Kind of sucks you in.
So as I launched up, I basically jumped out of my trunks.
Butt naked?
Oh my god!
What the fuck? Holy epic as fuck! So you do a butt naked flip and your trunks fly? That's fucking
And you're like, I finally got circumcised.
That's true, I really was. But then the sad part is like they didn't come all the way up. They went around my ankles as I was in the air. So I ate shit coming down.
With the pants around your ankles?
Yeah, around my ankles. So I just immediately went like this and put sand on it. And I pulled my shorts up. Everybody's like 15 dudes behind dying laughing. This girl is dying laughing, looking me dead in the eyes, like just laughing her ass off. And I couldn't, you know what? If I was who I am today, I would have, because it's a fucking great origin story. But I didn't. I was legitimately embarrassed. I wasn't clever enough to turn the phrase.
It killed your confidence.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. I was like, there's no worse thing that could happen to me.
But hey, that woman's name, Ryan's wife.
Her name's Ryan's wife.
Crazy.
Damn. I think I got one. I wasn't. Yeah, okay. This one's actually pretty rough. It was probably
Nah,
like
it's fucking bullshit, probably.
No. This is a good one. This is a good one. So I was eating this watermelon, right?
Yeah.
I think I was like.
I was by myself and I'm embarrassed myself.
I was like, should I have dessert? Probably I should have dessert.
No, this one's good. I think I was like 24, 25, and this is after I started. We just finished a training session, and we went to go eat with some of my teammates. And usually after we're training, we're just like super thirsty, so I was like pounding waters, I was like drinking a bunch of electrolytes and shit. And this is in Old Town, so shout out to fucking Old Town. I was like, okay, I have to go get some of these clothes that we were gonna put heat press for some brands or whatever. So I went to go to H&M, and I want to try to get some
blanks.
samples. Yeah, get some blanks.
Yeah.
So I went there and I want to try them on in the in the dressing room, and I just finished trying on the clothes, and I was putting my sweats on. I was wearing gray sweats, like heather gray. Okay, like this.
So you could see
Gray.
dick print and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
Those kind of sweat.
I had the sharp pain, like in like my bladder area, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I started peeing.
You couldn't control it?
I couldn't control it. What? I started peeing. I soaked my fucking sweats, dude.
In the fitting room?
In the fitting room.
happened?
What the fuck does that mean?
As a kid or what?
No, dude, I was 24. I was like 25. It was like fucking a couple of days ago, dude. I started.
You just put it on and it went.
Dude, that could be a serious condition.
Yeah, but it was the only time it happened. So I was like, that's fucking, I'm good. Yeah. So I started peeing my pants and I was like, what the fuck?
And you couldn't stop it?
Couldn't stop.
This is really good.
Bro, I couldn't fucking stop. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm in the fitting room like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
And you just drank all that water too.
It's all in my fucking pants now. So
you just stole them.
No. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So I'm like, all right, I have this hoodie.
How do you
I tied it around my waist to be like, okay, this should be fine, right?
Discretion.
But this is the fucked up part. I was like, hey, I came for these clothes. I already peed my pants. I'm gonna buy these fucking clothes. So I go in my piss stained sweats, and I pay for the fucking clothes.
What did you do? Did you put the tag and you go beep? Today's video is brought to you by Audible.
Listen to the new audio docuseries, Funny My Way on Audible, hosted by JB Smooth.
Take a deep dive into the lives of 6 black comedy icons.
Paul Mooney,
Flip Wilson,
Moms Mabley,
Dick Gregory,
Rudy Ray Moore,
and Red Fox.
Hear how these fearless heroes of black comedy broke color lines and made it to the top by doing it their way.
Featuring commentary from
Cedric the Entertainer,
D.L. Hughley,
Godfrey,
Margaret Cho,
Dion Cole,
Sandra Bernard,
and many more.
Listen on Audible now.
Go to audible.com/funnymyway.
No.
Let me scan it.
No, these are my sweats.
Oh, you put them back on.
Okay, yeah. You can do that. That works. Yeah.
The clothes that I tried on was a bunch. I'm waiting in line in piss soaked.
I'm shocked you're willing to buy clothes at this point.
Yeah, no, because I was like, well, fuck it, I'm already here. Like, let's let it
Were
rock.
people paying attention or not?
I would imagine, yeah. Like, I just felt really uncomfortable. Like, fuck, this is brutal.
But was there a puddle piss at the fitting room?
So I had all my gym bag with me. So I had a towel in there.
Damn, you're pretty nice. You cleaned it all up. Wow.
I cleaned it all up. So it was all good. And I put it back in my gym bag, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, this is ridiculous." So all I have is piss-soaked fucking sweat, and I was trying to smell. Like, do I smell like bad? But it was thankfully it was mostly water. Thank God.
Still smell like ammonia though.
Yeah.
But your boy's standing in line, dog. There's people behind me. There's people in front of me, and I'm waiting. I buy the clothes, and I parked on the other side of Colorado.
So you got a good walk of shame ahead of you.
So your boy walked probably like 10 minutes.
You're your own rose parade.
But who's really looking at your dick?
Dude, I felt like a lot of people were. Like, dude, it's heather gray, so it's like,
gray, yeah.
and then it's a dark colored spot, and I have this hoodie, and I'm clearly trying to cover it up, but I'm pissed.
What do you think it was from? From like getting punched in the kidney or
no,
liver
it
or
wasn't even
something?
that. Like, I have to this day, I have no idea. And I tell my girl, and I was like super embarrassed walking back to my car, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna own it. Who gives a shit? Like, I'm in this place. It's a funny story. I'll tell it later, whatever. And my girl's like, why didn't you call me? I could have picked you up. I was like, no fucking way am I gonna call you to pick me up because I peed my pants. I'm a fucking 25-year-old man.
Hey, if you want to fucking get away with it, because you said you had what? How long to get your car? 10 minutes?
Took me 10-minute walk.
You gotta just start being like, Wakanda's a real place. The government's fucking covered up. You guys don't even fucking know. They've been covering it for years. It's 100% real. You guys don't even fucking understand how real it is.
Bro, and the gym I worked at was in that area, so it's like I'm like, there's a good shot I'm gonna bump into someone that I know, or like
That would be a nightmare. A client? Oh my god.
covered in piss. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna train with you anymore.
Dude.
All right, well, mine, I was a kid, but still, like, this one always sticks with me just because every time I think about it, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So I was at my friend Stanley Wong's house. We were watching the Power Rangers. We're probably 9 years old. But I'm well beyond potty trained, like probably by like 4.5 years. So all of a sudden, I'm just like in his basement, or I'm upstairs with him. We're watching Power Rangers, and all of a sudden, I think I have to fart, and then I just load my fucking entire jeans up, like load it completely up.
That's not your fault, dude.
With shit.
That's not your fault.
Ryan's dying right now, dude.
I completely loaded up. I loaded up. You know what I mean?
Dirty diaper.
Yeah. Like I filled my shopping cart.
I never heard him say loaded up.
Yeah. And so I go to check out.
Your cart is full.
Yeah, the cart's full. So then I'm like, oh, fuck, this is actually crazy. I'm like, okay, well, I live 5 houses down, and we live in townhouses, right? So every house is like basically linked. But I'm like, man, I'm so far away. I at least have to like fix the situation so I'm not like snail trailing the whole way home. So then I go downstairs. So he's a basement. Everyone has a basement. And I go into the basement bathroom. Their house is immaculate, by the way. There's no reason to ever clean up anything in this house because it's always beautiful. Like, it's very minimalist. There's really not much in the house.
Yeah.
Except for your logs of shit.
So I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's basically commercial time. I can take off my underwear and like I could probably get away with this for a while, putting my jacket over because I had a jacket. We live like in in Virginia, so there's always a reason to have a jacket. So I was like, I'll put my jacket over like this, like I tie it off, but I do it around here. And so I'm pretty good. And all I have to do is like kind of cheat out, and nobody will see my butt cheeks. And then I just got to get home after this. But that's fine. Like it's close enough to like, it's like dusk-ish. I'll be fine.
Hey, did you bust one of those? Who fucking farted?
No, that's him. That's Jitsukawa doing that shit. I don't do that shit.
It's a good technique.
So I was like, all right. So I dispelled of that shit. I go back upstairs, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna watch Power Rangers standing up, you know what I mean?
Like a dad, bro.
I'm like, yeah, let's finish this thing off. Let's see if, okay, Tommy's the Green Ranger. Let's see if he stays that way.
And then he didn't go, do you smell that, Steve?
No, he was, honestly,
Just so
Stanley
into it,
was fucking oblivious because we're just into the show. We can't believe, we all love the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
We all want to have sex with her face. So we'll just wait for more of that. In the meantime, I'm not kidding, it's been maybe 37 seconds max. Stanley's mother decides, I'm just gonna go clean downstairs.
Oh, no.
She goes down the fucking stairs, and I hear a bunch of Cantonese, and I'm like, oh no, because every time Patty starts doing Cantonese in a certain inflection, I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. Because I hear Steve, because she doesn't say words normally unless it's English, and Steven is English, so I'm like, god damn it, I'm busted. She found my underwear. I'm not even kidding. It didn't even take like 3 minutes. Oh. She fucking zoned in on that shit, and she already found it.
Well, you hid your underwear in the bathroom.
I hid it in the bathroom under the sink, and I just put it under the sink, and I was like, I'll collect this shit on my way out.
Sink?
Well, I was like, dude, what I'll do is on the way out, I'll just tuck this shit in my fucking elbow. On my way out.
You were gonna pocket your shit?
How come you don't want to throw the trash?
What? That's my underwear. My mom will know if I don't have underwear.
Yeah, dude. Why'd you go on with no
You guys are forgetting the age, dude. Bart's been an adult for too long. He's not connected to Neverland.
She could probably smell the shit, right? And as a kid, you probably had shit smear on the handle, and she's like, what the
I bet it's dripping out of my socks, bro.
It's probably a lot
But
worse.
as a kid, you think you're getting away with murder, but you're not.
Probably look like a Tremors trail.
So then I do what any self-respecting young adult does on the verge. No, I start crying immediately. I'm like, please don't tell anybody. Please don't fucking tell anybody. Patty. And she's like, I won't tell anybody. But then of course Carol hears about it, and everybody fucking hears about it.
She
Carol
fucking
hears about
squealed
it.
anyway.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
She probably thought it was really funny.
I still went home with my fucking cold butt cheeks, like in the wind.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
That's a pretty embarrassing one.
That was awful.
Yeah, but you were fucking how old? 8?
It's
was
worse
like
when
9.
you're a kid, right?
It's worse when you're 25 years old, brother.
I was getting my dick sucked 4 years later, dude.
But at least now you can.
The most embarrassing shit happens when you're a kid, though.
Because it's like the end of the world. Like, you know
It's the end of the world.
You guys ever get like embarrassed like after the fact, like years later? That sounds already way too.
Oh, like you realize that you should have been embarrassed?
Yeah, so I was in high school and I was playing in the summer basketball league, and man, it already feels so stupid. All right, there's this kid, his name's Mike, right? And we're in the summer league together, and he was like a little bit, he wasn't skinny. That's all I gotta say.
Fat boy Mike, let's go.
Yeah.
Thick boy.
And so we would always just get into it, when you're playing basketball, people start talking shit to each other, right? And then there was this thing where, when I would like fuck up or whatever the fuck happened on the court, he'd be like, dude, blah, blah, and he'd talk shit and he'd call me a fat ass, right? I'd be like, man, fuck you, dude, you're a fucking fat ass, right?
Yeah. And like, clap back.
And he would always be like, what? You're fucking fatter than me, dude. And I'm like, fuck you, you're the fucking fattest dude here, right?
Those two fat guys fighting about how fat.
We're just two fat guys fucking fat shaming each other. And it literally wasn't until like after college that I get hold of like a photo from like summer league, and I finally found out I was clearly fatter than him.
That's the best story.
You fucking see yourself every day, right? You don't know what you are.
That's so good.
I was just ashamed of myself for,
That is
for a while.
so good.
You fucking fatty.
The fact that you're just in like denial, like, oh my god, you fucking fat ass.
Because I was so confused that he was
He must
confused.
have been
I'm like,
confused.
you're fat, dude. He's like, what the fuck?
He must have been like, dude, Anthony's fucking nuts.
Yeah, not just him, but probably everyone on the court was like, this was crazy.
Oh wow!
But nobody challenged you.
Yeah, nobody challenged me.
They're like, this guy's nuts. I'm not gonna fuck with this guy.
Yeah, but by myself, years later, I was extremely embarrassed.
Or they're like, yo, it's blimp versus blimp. It's a blimp off.